Hey guys, Flashlight here, and I am going to show you how I play Rumble against various champions, as well as in team fights. I will be going over my strategies and thought process behind what I do, as well as analyzing my mistakes. This particular video covers Rumble vs Jayce in the top lane. I assume Jayce is going to max Q in this situation, so I elect to start 9 pots and 2 wards. The 9 pots will allow me to both outstain his mana pool and keep full health, while the 2 wards will protect me from the early shackle ganks that are more than likely going to happen. I decided to start with my W on this matchup, which is my shield and speed up ability. My thought process is I want to be able to feel out this Jayce, so if I go in for a last hit and he auto attacks me, I'll be able to shield that damage, and I'll learn that he's going to be playing this lane pretty aggressively. But if he does what he's doing now, he's giving me free last hits, I know that I'll be safe to farm most of this lane. You don't want to try to trade early with Rumble unless you know you're going to have a clear advantage, because he's really weak pre-level 5 or 6. But if you can get free damage in, by all means, take that. Like right now I go up and I E him and I get an auto attack and he just lets me do it. He should have traded with me. That is a mistake on his part. So anytime you get free damage like that, make sure you take it. Otherwise, try to avoid trades. So we've just been passively farming. Jayce hasn't made me use any health pots. He hasn't been harassing me at all. I decided to test him a little bit and go in for a trade. Now this may look like an unfavorable trade for me, but it's really not. Notice how Jayce's mana pool is empty. He can't do anything now to me. I have health pots. I'm going to be able to heal up really quickly, and he's not going to be able to have any attacks to do anything to me in the meantime. So if you can maybe lose health-wise in a trade but end up draining his pool, as long as you have the sustain from your health pots, it'll be a win trade for you in the long run. So like right now, his mana pool is low, so I'm looking to take advantage of him. If you land an E on him, you get some good damage. I decided to back off here just because I know that him Qing and Eing me is just going to give him absolutely 0 mana. So right now I'm still healing up, and he has nothing that he can do damage-wise to me. So I'm looking for a chance to strike him. I try right there. I missed my first E, but the second E I hit. I just can sit there and just tank him because he can't do anything to me. My game actually freezes up right here, so I don't get to do anything more than that. So I just have to back off in the end. I'm actually probably lucky he didn't kill me with that slight lag. At the moment, I'm just trying to dwindle his health down little by little because I know he's close to running out of sustain. Right now what I'm thinking is, once I hit level 6, this Jayce is a dead man. So I'm trying to push the wave so that I will hit level 6 before him. Even though Jayce's level 6 doesn't really give him an advantage, me being able to hit level 6 first will give me a slight health and ability power damage over him. So I'm trying to get as much poke onto him as I can, so that when I hit level 6 it would just be a simple R ignite and he'll die. The reason I push this far up without a ward is because I have nothing to fear from a Shaco gank. Jayce is too low with no mana, so if he tries to even fight me with a Shaco, I would just ignite him and he would die. Shaco I could just flash away from if I had to, or EW kite him. So he can't really gank me at this moment. I just hit 6, so now I'm looking to kill Jayce. I choose to go right now because I don't want to give him enough time to get enough mana to be able to counter anything that I do. So this ult that I place is really bad. I only get him with 1 tick, the initial tick, and it's just too far behind him. So I end up having to flash away to avoid taking any damage. The flash might have not been necessary, but I wasn't taking any risks. Had I placed my ult where these black lines are, the full duration, or most of it, would have hit Jayce and killed him without the need for flash or ignite. The red arrow represents the space that he would not have had access to, and it would have forced him closer to me in the end. This next part just represents really bad decision making and poor play overall. I try to poke with his Shaco, which is a good thing. I mean, Rumble can't really lose the Shaco like that if you play it right, but I did not play it right. I forgot to take into account the fear that he's going to get and the fact that I'm just really low. So he places a box and it ends up fairing me, so he's getting free hits on me. I'm overheated to make things worse, so I can't attack him. I try to get away in the bush, but he jumps to me. I missed my first E, which was really bad, and he just flat out kills me. So here I notice his mana pool is getting lower again, so I decided to start doing some trades to try to empty it. He hits me, does damage, it's whatever, I'm going to heal it up. So right now I'm kind of at the advantage, knowing that he can't kill me, and just getting damage on him. Right here I get hit by a Q, it's just bad dodging and reactions on my part. You should be able to dodge that. So right here, he uses his hammer form, so he's not going to be able to change, so I decide to all in him. I missed my first E, which was bad, but this guy stupidly just tanks my ult while I'm hitting him with my Q and auto attacks, which were overheated, so they were doing more damage. Had he not tanked my ult and tried to get out of it, he probably would have had a chance at living. I might have been able to still kill him, but he would have had a better chance if he didn't tank my ult. There's no way he was going to kill me there because he didn't have enough mana, which was all of his killing potential drained. This next fight is just me knowing that I'm stronger than this Jayce and I'm going to be able to out-damage him no matter what. So I just decide to all in him. I'm auto-attacking him overheated, which is going to do more damage, and I just ult him, and he dies. He flashes, but it was a waste. I see Shaco trying to come in, so I immediately get into the bush to try to keep him from being able to see me. He tags me with his slow anyway, but I'm not too worried at this point because I know my cooldown is going to be up, and I'll just W away like that. And I noticed that my Q is in the danger zone, so I decided to attack him anyway. Lee Sin comes in, so it favors the chances that I'm going to win. He comes in, I'm ready to fight this, but he misses his Q, so I decided just to back off and go back to farming. Right now I notice Talon coming up. I could easily get out if I wanted to, I'd flash up, but I decided not to. I decided to fight him. I tag Talon with my E to keep him away from me, and I ult before he gets the silence off. I decided to flash to the other side of them so they would stay in my ult, which worked. I ended up getting the kill on Talon. My problem there was I didn't take into account the fact that I didn't have my Ignite. If I had Ignite, I would have hit Jayce and he would have died. That was my mistake there. My ult placement here wasn't that bad. It was still damaging them. But if I had placed it where the black lines were, I wouldn't have had to flash over my ult to keep them in it, and they would have taken the entire duration of it, which would have made me get a double kill there, even without Ignite. Me and Jayce have just been poking and trading and just healing it up with no killing potential until now. I notice this uses his gate, so he's not going to be able to flee from me that easily. I decided to ult and go on him. I'm overheating, so my auto attacks, along with the Q damage and Ignite, are just going to do massive damage. I got pretty low there, but I knew from the start that I was in really no danger of dying, so the fact that it came that close was no big deal to me. I was pushing top out, getting ready to recall when I noticed they surrendered. It didn't really surprise me because they were getting destroyed this game. I'll take this chance to go over my runes and masteries. The runes that I used for this particular game was magic penetration reds, armor yellows, ability power blues, and movement speed quints. I used your standard 2190 masteries. Thank you for watching my first how-to Rumble guide featuring Jayce. I realized this was just a normal game and the competition wasn't that tough, so there wasn't a ton you can learn. But this was just my first one, and there will be more featuring more skilled opponents from ranked games, not normal, and team fights. I realized we didn't get any team fights in this one, and I apologize for that, but I'll definitely be making more. We'll feature other things like item builds. I didn't do any of that this one too, but that'll be in future ones to come. Anyway, thank you for watching.